So it's fair to say I've made my feelings absolutely crystal clear on England and their current manager Lee Carsley, and also the disgraceful performance we put in last night against Greece. The first time that England have lost a home competitive match in 4 years, the first time that England have ever lost to Greece in any competition anywhere, and the first time that Greece have ever scored at Wembley as well. And in truth, they should have had more than the 2 goals they ended up getting during that game. You know, I've already released a video basically saying that Lee Carsley should not be the permanent manager next with England, and he's basically said in a press conference that he doesn't want the job anyway. I mean, he kind of tried to backtrack and weasel his way out of it, but he made it absolutely clear that he literally said, hopefully I go back to the under-21s. You know what, mate? I agree. Go there. That's your level. You're not good enough to be the England manager. Simple as that. You know, no disrespect to the guy, but he's just not good enough. Simple as that. He can't handle the pressure. If he's saying this after one loss, if he's basically giving up after one loss, which, let's be honest, his players gave up for the most part last night. And I know that players have to take some responsibility for it, but you look at the lineup that he put out, and he had no focal point, he had no kind of sense to it, basically. And I'm going to be going into that. I've already gone into all that, but this video is about who's going to be the next permanent England manager, because I'm going to look at the odds that are currently on oddschecker.com. I'm going to give my thoughts on the favourites. And shockingly, the favourite, even though the odds are lengthening, the favourite is Lee Carsley. And I've already given my thoughts on that. Absolutely not. No chance. If he becomes the England manager, we're doomed. We're doomed. Honestly, we can't compete against half-decent sides. We'll go to that World Cup in 2026 and be very mediocre again. Back to the old days of England, back to the Hodgson days pretty much with that. So who's next? Well, Thomas Tuchel is actually next. Tuchel's been out of work since he ended up getting sacked by Bayern Munich. I actually really like Tuchel. I think he's a really good manager. But would he be good as the England manager? Perhaps. I think the biggest problem for him, to be honest with you, is he's German, unfortunately, and there is history there. That there'll be a lot of pressure on him. But then again, we've seen how these things have changed. Sven-Göran Eriksson came in as the England manager, and people were like, "Oh, we can't have a foreigner managing England." And in my mind, he actually did all right. Could have gone better, of course. There were a few controversies there. And if you've seen the Sven-Göran Eriksson documentary, which is really good, by the way, the one on Amazon Prime, I highly recommend it. That kind of goes into a lot of that. So, but Tuchel's not Sven. He's a very different character. I don't mind him, to be honest with you, but I don't know. I'm not so sure about that one personally. Pep Guardiola is third favourite. Now, I would love him as England manager. I could never see him managing Spain because of his views on the Catalan independence movement and all this and that, and I could never see him doing that. So he has no national home team effectively. It's not like he's going to go manage Spain and do really well with them. I never see that happening. Is he going to move from Man City to England? Perhaps, but that'd only come after the end of the season. This job will keep going until, basically Carlos is going to stay as the interim manager till the end of the year, and after that, maybe he'll stay on. Looking at these odds, because it's like, who do you put in? Graham Potter is next. Potter is a manager I do like. He is English. He's out of work currently. He's not worked in a little bit, but when he did go to manage these top egos at Chelsea, he faltered. But then again, so have a lot of good managers. I'm warming to the idea of Potter more. I think out of these, if you were to employ someone from the start of next year, 2025, in January, I think Potter's the most likely. Because after that, you've got Eddie Howe, who I don't really see him leaving Newcastle to manage England, to be honest. I don't see it personally. Perhaps if the form of Newcastle downturns a bit, then maybe. But right now, I feel like he's doing a good job with them, and he's got a long-term vision and a project there. And he's probably getting paid very handsomely as well, let's be honest. So it's not even like it'd be a big kind of increase in pay. So I don't think Howe would accept it. I think he'd do a decent job, to be honest, but I don't see it happening. Then you get into now we're getting to the crazy territory here. Frank Lampard after that. No, absolutely not. Kieran McKenna, great manager for Ipswich. I really, really like him, but it just feels too soon. And then you've got Russell Martin, who is currently failing really hard at Southampton, albeit with a bad side, let's be honest, but they've been pathetic so far this year. And then again, we're just getting to the crazy territory. Mauricio Pochettino, he's the manager of the United States. He's not going to go and manage England. Why would he? Xavi Hernandez, no. Why would he do that? Why would he possibly want to go and do that? Carlo Ancelotti, no way Don Carlo would do it. It'd be incredible, but no way Don Carlo would do that. So for me, looking at this, out of the realistic options, I think Graham Potter is probably the best option. But who we're going to get? We're probably going to get Carsley. we're going to get Carsley. He's clearly being groomed for that role, I think. And I also think there's a definite chance that the likes of Tuchel would turn England down, the likes of Howe would turn England down, and then who are you left with? You know, Potter may accept it, he may not. I think it's 50-50 as to whether he actually accepts it, and if he doesn't accept it, it's going to be Carsley. So I think Sod's Law dictates that it's going to be Lee Carsley. But out of all those, I think the best option is Graham Potter. But who do you guys think will be the next England manager? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you soon for some more content here on thefootballchronicle.com. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell as well. And have a good one, guys. We'll see you very soon.